January 15th, 1919 dawned like any other winter day in Boston, chilly and crisp. The air was filled with the usual sounds of a city waking up, the distant clatter of horse-drawn carriages and the muffled chatter of early risers braving the cold. The city's north end bustled with life. Street vendors set up their stalls, selling everything from fresh produce to handmade goods. The aroma of freshly baked bread wafted through the air, mingling with the scent of the sea. Immigrants crowded the streets, speaking in a symphony of languages, each voice adding to the vibrant tapestry of the neighborhood. Children played games, their laughter echoing off the brick buildings, while shopkeepers opened their doors ready for another day of business. Unbeknownst to them, a silent threat loomed large on the waterfront. The calm exterior of the day belied the danger that was about to unfold. A giant steel tank, 50 feet tall and filled to the brim with 2.3 million gallons of molasses, stood waiting. This massive structure was an imposing sight, a testament to industrial ambition and the promise of progress. This tank, owned by the United States Industrial Alcohol Company, was a familiar sight. It had been there for years, a part of the landscape, blending into the daily life of the city. Few gave it a second thought as they went about their routines. No one could have imagined the sticky chaos it was about to unleash. In a matter of moments, the tranquility of the morning would be shattered, and the streets of Boston would be forever changed by an unexpected and unprecedented disaster. Narrator. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating history. Just after lunchtime, the air filled with a deafening roar. The giant molasses tank, weakened by poor construction and warmer than usual temperatures, had reached its breaking point. With a groan of tortured metal, it burst open. A wave of molasses, sticky and swift, surged outward with incredible force. Witnesses described a sound like an earthquake, followed by the sickening sweetness of molasses filling the air. The molasses, moving at an estimated 35 miles per hour, slammed into everything in its path. Buildings crumbled like gingerbread houses, their brick walls unable to withstand the viscous onslaught. The wave, a sticky tsunami, picked up horses and wagons, tossing them aside like children's toys. People caught in its path found themselves engulfed, struggling to breathe as the thick syrup clogged their mouths and noses. The scene that unfolded was pure chaos. People screamed, desperate to escape the relentless surge of molasses. Those who fell were quickly swallowed by the sticky morass, their struggles only pulling them deeper. Horses, their powerful legs useless in the goo, thrashed in panic, their terrified whinnies adding to the cacophony. The air, thick with the smell of molasses and the sounds of destruction, became a nightmare. Section 5. The Price of Molasses. When the wave finally subsided, the true extent of the disaster became horrifyingly clear. The neighborhood was unrecognizable, coated in a thick layer of molasses. Debris littered the streets, a jumble of splintered wood, twisted metal, and the remnants of what were once homes and businesses. The human cost was even more devastating. 21 people lost their lives that day, drowned, crushed, or suffocated by the unrelenting tide of molasses. Section 6, the Great Molasses Cleanup. The cleanup effort was a Herculean task. Thousands of gallons of seawater were pumped in to dilute the sticky mess, turning the streets into rivers of molasses-tinged sludge. Hundreds of volunteers, firefighters, police officers, and sailors worked tirelessly, digging through the debris, rescuing survivors, and recovering the dead. The stench of molasses hung heavy in the air, a constant reminder of the tragedy. Section 7. Justice is served. The disaster sent shockwaves through Boston and beyond. The ensuing investigations and legal battles lasted for years. The United States Industrial Alcohol Company, blamed for its negligence in the tank's construction and maintenance, ultimately paid out over $600,000 in damages to the victims and their families. The disaster highlighted the importance of industrial safety regulations, prompting calls for greater oversight and accountability. Section 8, Lessons Learned the Hard Way. The Boston Molasses Disaster, a bizarre and tragic event, served as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of industrial negligence. On January 15, 1919, a massive storage tank filled with molasses burst, sending a wave of sticky syrup through the streets of Boston's North End. The disaster claimed 21 lives and injured 150 others, leaving a lasting impact on the community and the nation. This catastrophe forced industries to confront the importance of safety regulations, leading to significant changes in construction codes, material standards, and workplace safety protocols. The incident highlighted the need for rigorous inspections and the implementation of stricter safety measures to prevent such tragedies from occurring again. It also underscored the importance of accountability and the role of government oversight in ensuring public safety. The disaster, though a dark chapter in Boston's history, ultimately paved the way for safer working conditions and a greater emphasis on preventing similar tragedies in the future. It served as a catalyst for change, prompting industries to adopt better safety practices and prioritize the well-being of their workers. The lessons learned from this event continue to influence industrial safety standards to this day, reminding us of the importance of vigilance and proactive measures in safeguarding lives. Section 9, a legacy etched in molasses. Even today, almost a century later, the memory of the Boston Molasses Disaster lingers. The event, which occurred on January 15, 1919, saw a massive storage tank filled with over 2 million gallons of molasses burst, unleashing a deadly wave through the streets of Boston's North End. The thick, sticky substance moved at an estimated 35 miles per hour, causing widespread destruction and claiming the lives of 21 people while injuring 150 others. Locals claim that on hot summer days, you can still catch a faint whiff of molasses in the air, a bittersweet reminder of the lives lost and the lessons learned. This lingering scent serves as a poignant reminder of the disaster's impact on the community and the importance of industrial safety regulations that were implemented in its aftermath. The disaster, a testament to the power of nature and the consequences of human error, continues to captivate and intrigue, ensuring that the sticky legacy of the Great Boston Molasses Flood of 1919 will never be forgotten. It stands as a historical lesson on the importance of proper engineering and the potential consequences of neglecting safety measures. The story of the Boston Molasses Disaster is not just a tale of tragedy, but also one of resilience and the enduring spirit of a community that rebuilt and moved forward.